Assalamu alaikum dear doctors. In this video I am sharing about infant of the diabetic mother, and this paragraph I have taken from MRCPCH TAS book case number 8. Okay. Gestational diabetes mellitus is a disorder of carbohydrate metabolism which involves 2 to 5% of pregnancies in England and Wales. Congenital anomalies are 2 to 4 times more common in pregnancies complicated by diabetes. Treatments seem to reduce the risk of serious perinatal complications. Gestational diabetes has long-term effect on the fetus and has been shown to be an independent risk factor for the development of ADHD. So from this first para, we learned that there is ADHD had a good relationship with gestational diabetes, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Now the second paragraph is telling glucose is readily transferred across the placenta, therefore maternal hyperglycemia is usually accompanied by fetal hyperglycemia. This in turn leads to hyperinsulinemia and hyperplasia of the pancreas islets B cells. The elevated insulin leads to increased fetal growth of all organ systems except the brain. The macrocemia, which is typical of infants of diabetic mother, can also occur in nutrients can be delivered in excess by the placenta. Therefore, a child born to a pregnancy complicated by placental dysfunction of any cause will still be growth restricted. This child is paradoxically at greatest risk of hypoglycemia in the newborn period, as it will lack the reserve of larger infant. So, second paragraph is telling that glucose readily transferred across the placenta. That's why easily maternal hyperglycemia causes fetal hyperglycemia, and the fetal develop hyperinsulinemia and hyperplasia of the pancreas of B cell. Remember, pancreatic islets B cell leads the hyperinsulinemia and hyperplasia. There is fetal growth, the baby become macrosomia in gestational diabetes mellitus, and also there is greatest risk of hypoglycemia in the newborn period, as it will lack the reserve of larger infants. Now third paragraph. Relative hyperinsulinemia persists after birth. The sudden interruption of the glucose supply at brain typically results in early onset of hypoglycemia. However, insulin level will typically fall rapidly after birth, and hypoglycemia beyond the first week should prompt investigation of other causes like MCAD and LCHAD. Babies with hypoglycemia may be asymptomatic, or they may display some non-specific symptoms and signs like jitteriness, hypotonia, poor suck, tachypnea, seizures, and coma. Cardiac anomalies are common in these infants, occurring at a rate of 10 times higher than that seen in other newborn. The most common important anomalies are the cardiomegaly and asymmetry of the ventricular septum. Other morbidities which are more common in these infants include tachypnea and surfactant deficiency, polycythemia, jaundice, sacral agenesis, renal vein thrombosis, neural tube defect, and small left colon syndrome. Infants of diabetic mother are at a higher risk of being obese and developing diabetes later in life. The infant have an increased incidence of intellectual impairment. So last paragraph is telling that cardiac abnormalities is more common, like 10 times higher than other newborn in gestational diabetes mellitus. And the most common abnormalities is cardiomegaly and asymmetry of the ventricular septum. So what are the clinical features and defects occur in gestational diabetes mellitus? These are: infant includes tachypnea and surfactant deficiency, polycythemia, jaundice, sacral agenesis. Remember, sacral agenesis is present in gestational diabetes mellitus. This question come on exam. Others are renal vein thrombosis, neural tube defect, and small left colon syndrome. Infant of diabetic mother are higher risk of obese and developing diabetics later in life. And the most important concern is incidence of intellectual impairment. We know that in first paragraph they mentioned that ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is closely related with diabetic mother. Please do subscribe and share my channel, everyone. Thank you.